Well, tomorrow, CHKD will be hosting their 8th annual Insights into Autism conference. Nationally recognized experts will discuss issues within specific patients with autism spectrum disorder. Here to tell us more is Dr. John Harrington from CHKD's General Academic Pediatrics. Now, Dr. Harrington not only treats patients with autism, but he also does a lot of research. Now, so tomorrow, very important for our community and for the medical community. Talk to me about what this conference is all about.
So we're talking about the neurodiversity and sexual differences between males and females that are diagnosed with autism. There has been a huge upsurge. 1 to 2% of all children who are born today will be diagnosed with autism. It's always been predominantly males and less predominantly females. But we're realizing as we move through this that there are more females out there that just haven't been diagnosed well. And that's one of the areas that we were talking about, sex differences and gender differences in how autism presents.
Autism affects really so many children, adults. And talk to me about how much research really goes in year-round into the topic.
So, as we've moved forward in this, initially it was focused on diagnosis, and there's still a lot of focus on diagnosis, but it's management, treatment, and we know that if we get treatments early, kids do better, and so that's why the focus was on diagnosis. But now we have a lot of kids that have autism, have had the diagnosis, have had treatment, and they're getting older. They wanna have dates. They wanna get married. They wanna have lives. They wanna have where are we doing that with that? And so you learn a lot about socialism. You learn about like social textures and stuff like that by interacting with people. And if you have trouble with that, how do you know how to act in a certain way with a conversation, or how to look flirtatious if you're female or male, whatever. However you're going to do that, you have to learn those techniques, and a lot of kids have trouble with that.
And tomorrow's conference is open to the public, correct?
Yes,
parents are able to learn. Talk to me a little, just real quick, about some of the points that you'll be hitting tomorrow.
So we're starting off with just talking about gender differences. We have a national speaker, if you want to look her up. She does a wonderful TED Talk. Her name is Alex, A-L-I-X, Generous is her last name, and she's a young adult with autism, and she's a real advocate for this and stuff. And she just points out the very humor of this aspect of trying to look flirtatious, and she had no idea what that meant and stuff, and those aspects. And then we'll move into more of the genetics and the biology of it. But at the end, we'll have a panel of young adults with autism speaking about those issues of growing up with being a different gender and what those difficulties were.
Perfect. So of course we have all this information posted for you on our website, 13newsnow.com. We'll be back right after a quick break.